आउज़ुबिल्लाहिमिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बिश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। अस्सलामु अलैकुम students of class 8, welcome to HHS online and hope you all will be doing fine. All right, okay, today we are actually going to start our chapter 2, major themes of the Holy Quran. First we will cover unit number 2.3, Surah Hamim Sajda. Hope you all will be having your books in front of you. Just open your book and look at unit 2.3, Surah Hamim Sajda. Okay, there are two parts of this surah. Main theme we will discuss first, and then we will discuss the importance, right? Surah Hamim Sajda, basically the 41st surah of the Holy Quran, and you can see that there are 3 ayahs given in your book, but we will cover only ayah number 37, right? I will give you a brief intro about this Surah Hamim Sajda. This surah has 2 names, Surah Fussilat and Surah Hamim Sajda. Now look at the main theme. This is basically the Makki surah. This is basically the Makki surah with 54 verses. And if you look at the main theme on your screen, you can see that the first point which is mentioning over here, other name of this surah is Surah Fussilat. I will tell you why this surah is known as Surah Fussilat, why this surah is also known as Surah Hamim Sajda. This surah is known as Surah Fussilat because in the first ayah of this surah, the word Fussilat is mentioned. That is why this surah is also known as Surah Fussilat. Alright, and in ayah number 38, there is Sajda Tilawa, where we are supposed to perform sajda when we will recite this surah. That is why this surah is also known as Surah Hamim Sajda. Now look at the point number 2, the statement given, you can see on your screen on this PPT, that this passage describes the signs of Allah's creation. If you look at the translation already mentions that His signs are the night and the day, the sun and the moon. Adore not the sun and the moon, but adore Allah who created them, if it is Him you wish to serve. These are only the signs of Allah's creation. If we ponder over the universe, everywhere, everything, we can see the numerous signs of Allah's creation. But these are some of the signs which are mentioned in this surah, in this ayah, and these are the clear proof of Allah's existence, that Allah exists. He is the personality, not the philosophy. Okay, it particularly mentions like His lordship and His unity in worshipping. All the signs which are shown, which we can see in the universe, are not to be worshipped, not to be praised, because these are only the signs. These signs are created by Allah Almighty. Now look at point number 3. This is also saying that the creator is Allah Almighty. Allah has created the night, the day, the sun and the moon and other heavenly bodies, other celestial bodies. There are numerous signs in the universe, many galaxies, numerous galaxies, stars and many other things we can see in the universe, and these signs actually bring our attention to Allah Almighty. We can see the cycle of the night and the day. That clearly points to the fact that sun and the moon are working according to the law of Allah. Systematically everything is working, everything is functioning. Okay, so these are only the objects of divine power, only the creations of Allah Almighty, which should not be worshipped. Now look at the next point. Because Allah has created these signs, these objects, these are lifeless objects which is created by Allah Almighty, so He deserves to be worshipped, right? It means that the observation of the signs of Allah makes our belief stronger. And these signs actually teaches us that these signs not to be worshipped, because signs are only created by Allah Almighty, so creator deserves to be worshipped. Okay, our submission to the creations or to the creator will cause benefits or loss to us, right? If we worship the creations, the objects, the signs of Allah Almighty, it will eventually leads us towards decline. It will not affect on Allah's glory or supreme. He will remain unaffected, right? And if we ponder over the universe, the clear signs, and if we submit ourselves to the Creator, it will benefit us, right? Okay, so as Quran says, Allah says in the Holy Quran, indeed in the creation of heaven and the earth, in the succession of night and day, they are indeed the messages for men of understanding. Alright, over here Allah is saying, if human understand the signs which are created by Allah Almighty, they will easily recognize the Creator, they will easily observe the Creator, that everything belongs to Allah, created by Allah Almighty. Now we will move on the second part, which is importance. Surah Hamim Sajda, how this ayah has importance in Muslims' life today. This passage is important for Muslims in their daily lives, as it invites them to worship Allah, who is worthy of true worship, being the Creator. Actually, it helps us to find out the way to recognize His Lordship. And how does it help? By pondering over the universe and His signs, right? By noticing the various objects and nature that reflects God's majesty and bear witness to His existence. Alright, okay. This observation actually develop a strong belief in oneness of Allah. We can say that it also consolidates the faith of Muslims that all things are under the commandments of Allah Almighty. When Muslims see the sun, the moon, the night and the day, which tells that Allah is functioning every day. When we ponder over the signs of Allah, we observe that all the creatures are under the commandments of Allah. His signs are opposite to each other, but are made to serve us. How? Like if we see the sun, the moon, day and night, we notice the sun is made to bring us day, right? And in day, we offers our work in daytime, right? And then the moon comes, moon appears, brings night to us, right? And night is giving us for rest, right? So we will be able to work on next day. Everything is functioning systematically without any flaw, which compels us to believe that He is the one who is perfect and functioning with full perfection, because He is perfect. He is La Zawal, He is La Fani, right? So Muslims must mold their lives as per instruction of Allah's, like the other creation. Now you can see that there is a word asjudu given in this ayah. The word asjudu in this passage actually implies the most submissive form of worship. Asjudu, sajda. This term actually helps us to learn that we are required to praise and worship Allah with the feelings of love, respect and adoration. Because it is not permissible to protest before anyone except Allah. Why? Because it is the right of the Creator of the universe only. The prostration before any other being to any other object like sun, moon, human being, it is haram. It is shirk, whether it is for worship or just as a gesture of respect or reverence. Prostration of worshipping for any being other than Allah is forbidden for every ummah, for the ummah of any sharia of any prophet. It is not allowed, it is shirk actually, and shirk is not allowed in any sharia revealed to any prophet, as it is already discussed that it is only the right of Allah Almighty. So Muslims also prostrate in prayers in 5 times daily to their Lord, to their God Allah Almighty. Okay students, we have completed 2.3. Inshallah in next session we will be completing next surah, next passage 2.4. We will again meet. Allah Hafiz, take care.